Have you ever been broke
Sure, yeah.
as a maths teacher?
Yes, I have.
How did you feel?
I feel empty, I feel sad, I feel worried.
Do you ever regret taking maths as a profession?
No, that's the best thing that has happened to me.
Do you actually think that you could become a millionaire teaching maths?
I'm already a millionaire.
Do you actually think that you can impact people and become really rich with just teaching maths?
Yeah, sure.
Can anybody do that?
Yes, anyone. If I could, anyone can still do that.
So many children and adults alike have this fear and anxiety when it comes to the subject of maths. In fact, in the year 2024, over 500,000 plus children failed maths and English in the just concluded WAEC, out of the 1.8 million who sat for that exam. Now, today with me in the studio, I have a phenomenal, man whose vision is to change, some of this narrative about the subject of mathematics. Mr. Chidiebube, welcome to today's episode of Knowledge to Wealth podcast.
All right, thank you so much.
It's an amazing thing to have you in the studio. When I read your story, I was so excited. And I believe that so many of our audience out there are going to learn one or two things from your story because it's a very emotional and, a very deep one. So I'm hoping that we're able to, get one or two things out of your journey today.
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm just going to go straight to, some of our conversations that we're going to be having today.
Okay.
On your most recent achievements, you just won the Multina Teacher of the Year Award. Yeah. That is massive. So before we get talking about that, let's, get to know your background, and your story. I want to know, how long have you been teaching maths? What led you to even start teaching maths from the very first place?
Okay. I've taught maths for more than a decade, if
serious?
not 14 years now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and I decided to be a maths teacher to revenge what mathematics did to me.
Please tell me more about that story.
Okay. So in my secondary school classes, I always take first position. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is that each time I take first position, I fail maths.
Oh my God.
So I continued like that. I was happy because if I can take first position, if you tell me that I'm not doing well in maths, I will tell you that I'm the overall best.
That was something at least.
Yeah. But one thing happened in my SS2, that's year 11. Mm-hmm. For the first time in my life, I took the second position.
Okay.
I was so sad because mathematics cost that. In SS2, the number of subjects you do will be limited.
Yes.
Unlike SS1 or other classes where you do up to 17, 14 subjects.
Yes.
So I was doing like 9 subjects there. Then I couldn't cover the lapses I had in maths to maintain my first position. So I was so sad. And I told myself that mathematics, I must revenge this. So I had to cancel my dream of becoming a medical doctor. And I said I must go to university to study mathematics.
Oh my God.
Not just mathematics, but mathematics education. So I can learn the skill to teach it too.
Wow.
So that other students around me will not face what I faced.
Wow.
So that was how I studied mathematics. Even in my undergraduate days, I was teaching in so many lesson centers and school as well. So I have been on the mission to fight maths phobia. So
when exactly did you start teaching maths?
I started teaching maths the year I left secondary school, 2009.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is... So as a secondary school graduate, you were already teaching maths, even before you got to the university to do anything.
Sure.
This is amazing. I can't even believe it. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. So you mentioned something about the fact that, ever since then, you've been on a mission to actually fight the phobia that people have about maths. Why do you think people dislike maths? Why do you think students dislike maths? Okay,
there are many reasons students dislike mathematics. One is the teacher methodology. 2 is fear. Most students pass it across the younger generation that maths is difficult. So everybody will just believe.
I'm telling you, all of us believe that
it's difficult. And why can you read other subjects and pass and you can't read maths and pass? So it's strange. So maths is just the easiest among all the subjects because that's the subject that can make you happy each time you solve it and get something right. So one is phobia, another is teachers' methodology, another is belief. And another thing is that believing that you are the only person that have problem in maths. You know, some people believe that they are the only one that have problem in maths. Even as a maths teacher, I have problem in maths. Even the best students of maths will still have problem in maths. So once you believe that this problem is general, it can help you to have confidence in yourself that if others have this, that you're not left alone. Then it can motivate you to continue striving and improving. The goal is to improve, to move from one academic level to another.
Yes.
That's the goal of learning.
That's very true.
Do you know I made $50,000 just selling my public speaking course?
I teach kids how to code.
We teach people how to trade the forex and crypto markets.
Enseño a la gente cómo avanzar con los idiomas coreano, el francés y el español.
I run an online school of ministry as a pastor.
I am the head of HR in my company. A lot of work goes into onboarding employees and training them.
Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you do, you can now teach it with DABA. Turn your expertise into wealth with DABA for Business. So, like, I totally can relate to what you're saying. If you feel like so many others are in the problem or having the same problem with you, you don't feel like you're the lowest person at the end of the ladder. So it's easy for you to want to do better. You know, with this mindset, when you enter the classroom and you teach your students and you see them, you know, have that lighting moment, what does it feel like?
I feel so happy. I feel so happy because one, if you want to ensure that your students learn and understand mathematics, you have to make it practical. Even the students, the below average students in your class, we learn mathematics if you show them the real life application. They will see the essence of learning that topic. Because most of them will be great in the future. Some can decide to be engineers too. So there are a lot of students that are not doing well in maths that if you relate maths to the maybe the course they want to pursue in life, they will see the essence of studying it because it will help them in the future. For example, you can't teach a child area without relating how to use mathematics to know the cost of tiling a floor. You know, if you come into a room can be, the floor can be either a rectangle or a square. So they will see that rectangle and square. You are telling them that the floor of their room is a rectangle. It's something near to them. They see it every day. Okay, so if they can measure the length and the width of their rooms, multiply the length by the width, you have gotten the area of your classroom or your room. Then if you can get the area of one tile, multiplying the length and the width, dividing the area of the room by the area of the tile will tell you the number of tiles that can fill that room.
Oh my God.
So if you multiply that number by the cost of one tile, you will not know the cost of tiling that room. So they see the essence of mathematics.
Even me, I've learned something today. It's easy to remember these things. So if I sit in an exam hall, all I'm thinking about is my room. I'm solving the equation with the things I can see immediately around me. Wow, I'm sure that is a very, very fulfilling thing to see your students having to learn that way. Now, back to what I said earlier about you winning the Teacher of the Year award. What was the journey to winning this award? What was it like?
The first day the first time I applied for Multinational Teacher of the Year, as someone who is fighting maths phobia, I want to show students that are afraid of mathematics that someone who is afraid of mathematics can actually be the best mathematics teacher. And to show that, I need to have an award representing that.
Oh my God.
So that was why I applied in 2020. Then I was living in Anambra State. I was the maths teacher of Community High School, Ibariam, a remote area, a remote school in Anambra State. So I applied. I was among the top 10 finalists then. In fact, I was the Anambra State champion 2020. So, but unfortunately, I was not able to make it to top 3. So I was so sad. In fact, I told myself I'm not gonna apply again. But I remembered my mission, my goal. It's not all about me winning, but my students winning. So I told myself I must continue this. And unfortunately, I can't apply again until after 4 years. You can't apply after 3 years. Until once you've won a state champion at least. You have to wait for 3 years. That means you apply in the 4th year. So that was why I decided to apply again. One of my mentors, Nkem Delim Obi, motivated me to continue
to do it again.
So I had to apply. So I was so happy the day I was called that I was among the top 10 finalists again.
Yes.
So I was, for the 2 times I've applied, I emerged as top 10 finalist too. So the day I was told that I'm the winner, honestly, I fell down on the floor because it's honestly a dream come true.
Yes, it is.
So now those students seeing someone, a boy, then in secondary school that has been failing maths. Now, the best teacher, Martina Teacher of the Year 2024.
Oh my God.
Honestly, to be a great motivation that if I could do it, that they can still excel and pass maths. That maths is actually not a difficult thing to deal with. It's all about believing in yourself. It's all about hard work. It's all about getting help. Immediately you find something difficult in maths. Don't leave it to cross the next day because you are compounding the problem.
The issues. That's true. And you know, like you said, a win for you is a win for the student.
Sure.
Because that you have the award, everybody now has the award because the award is our award. All of us know that we can do it. We can do better. So I noticed that you have been a little bit more consistent on social media this last couple of years.
Sure.
What prompted you into, going that route?
Okay, 2 things. 1, the fight against mass phobia.
Okay.
Then 2 is the pandemic. In 2020, I was elected because of what I do by the then Honorable Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Azuka Omenuya, to feature in the Anambra Teaching on Air so that the students will get something doing while at home. Because the commissioner believed that you can shut down a school, but you cannot shut down learning.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So she initiated the Anambra Teaching on Air. So I participated as a maths teacher there. The coordinator of that Anambra Teaching on Air, Mr. Patrick Okeke, advised me to start something online too. So, and the thing is in line with what I am doing, like fight against this maths phobia. So I had to open Esomnofu Online Maths, a social media platform in Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
All the social media.
Yes, I have it there. And on my Facebook page, I have about, as of today, I have 735,000 followers.
Wow. Active followers.
Yes.
That's
Instagram,
massive.
I have about 27,900 followers.
That is massive.
YouTube, I have over 43,000. TikTok, I have over 165,000 followers.
And all this is in the span of 2020
2020 to
to
2024.
today. Just 4 years.
Yes. So I have over 1 million followers across all social media
Oh my
platforms.
God. Who would think that maths? People feel like for you to be on social media and to do well, you have to be doing the things that are in vogue. You have to be dressing or doing the social stuff.
Sure.
Who would think that, a subject as maths would gain such traction? Did you think you would go this far?
Yeah, I knew. I was not teaching for the income.
Okay.
I was teaching for the outcome. I was on a mission, and I am still on the same mission to end mass phobia. So, when you teach for the outcome, definitely the income will come. And when you break mathematics down, when you make math simple and easy and do a lot of math tricks that give students a lot of shortcuts that help them to pass objective exams too, definitely you're going to excel. And when you are consistent, most people will not do well if they are there just to make money. They will post today, post tomorrow. If they don't see anything positive coming, they will be discouraged. But even when I post and only me and my brothers watch it, I will still post tomorrow because I'm not posting it for it to get view. I'm posting it for it to impact. So anybody that sees it, I'll be happy, even if it is 1 view or 2 views. So that was how I continued for almost 6 months, no views, until the 7th month before I started getting views.
Wow.
And also, you don't even neglect any video because you wouldn't know the video that will go viral.
True.
What you like is not what your audience like.
True.
So you don't know a video that will go. In fact, the video that went viral was a video I did. I never wanted to post it because then I valued YouTube more. So I said, okay, my Facebook, I don't like it. Let me just go and post this on Facebook and avoid posting it any other.
Since you didn't like the video so much.
Yes. Before I woke up, I saw 1 million views. And the thing
The
spread to
power of social media.
The thing spread to other platforms. So from that day, my video started to go viral every day. So,
That's amazing.
Do you know I made $50,000 just selling my public speaking course?
I teach kids how to code,
We teach people how to trade the forex and crypto markets.
Enseño a la gente cómo avanzar con los idiomas coreano, el francés y el español.
I run an online school of ministry as a pastor.
I am the head of HR in my company. A lot of work goes into onboarding employees and training them.
Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you do, you can now teach it with DABA. Turn your expertise into wealth with DABA for Business. Never underestimate that tool called social media. So do you offer classes beyond YouTube, Facebook, the confines of technology? Do you offer classes beyond that?
Sure. Many students all over the world, through their parents, reach out to me from my page, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Very few of them come through TikTok. So after work, from 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., even sometimes, like yesterday, I did a class 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, because of the location of the students.
Okay, time zone.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I have not less than 20 students I teach online, one-on-one.
One-on-one.
Yeah, sure.
Aside from your social media pages.
Sure.
Wow. That's huge.
Thank you.
So would you actually consider establishing an online school, or being a part of an online school? Or what's even your idea of what an online school should be? And if there was, would you consider being part of it?
No, I won't for now, because I feel my social media platform will help me reach more students, and it might also terminate my goals and idea.
Okay.
So I feel that working with students in schools directly, to have a direct impact with students, and also have indirect impact with students through my social media platforms too. So I've actually worked in a company like that.
Okay.
But I feel for now, I might change my mind tomorrow, but for now I feel teaching directly in schools to help students who are afraid of mathematics to come off the fear they have for mathematics, and also continue posting daily like I do. I post like 3 times a day in my pages. I believe it will help reach more students too.
So, but if there were to be an online school, what's your ideal? What do you think it should be like? If you're thinking that you've had some form of experience or exposure to 1 or 2 things, what do you think should be the ideal thing?
The ideal thing? Can you throw more light on the question again?
Okay, so if there were to be an online school, that allows you to actually teach maths freely and easily, what do you think it should look like? What should it be like?
Okay, one.
What to make it effective? Sort of things like that.
The features, like having a live class there, because students tend to maybe learn better in a live class where they can interact with the teacher one-on-one, ask questions too. Because in my page, I do go live too. So just like your lesson app, I work there. We have live classes where students watch you teach. We also have pre-recorded videos too. So I believe having live classes that will benefit more students, and also pre-recorded videos with great animation that will help students who are not finding it easy to learn from the live lesson. With animation, it will it will show a lot of real life application of whatever you are teaching. So that animation will help a lot. So we call it pre-recorded videos where students can go and watch. In fact, some of them see it as fun because of the cartoons and other things they see there.
Yes, that's true.
So it helps in retention too. So it also have not just teaching learning processes. Assessment is still very much important. So if assessment is built in there, it's still very much okay. Where students can challenge like a game. At the end of the day, they will see whether they are topping, they see their rank,
or not like a leaderboard, kind of thing.
So if those features are incorporated there, it's very excellent. It's very perfect.
Okay. I've seen what you've done with maths, and we're seeing what you're currently doing with maths. Do you think that we can replicate the system with all the other subjects? Sure. Well, what would you say to a teacher out there who is, watching this?
Yeah, any teacher that is not online cannot be seen.
That's on period.
Yeah, because the first job I got when I worked with ULESSON changed my life too. Not just the monetary aspect of it, the exposure, the digital skills, and so many things I learned too. And I didn't apply. they saw me online. They paid my house rent for a year in Abuja. They paid me almost ₦1 million every month when I worked with them. So if I wasn't online, they can't see me. So I would still be in school taking less than 50,000 naira in a month. So I advise every teacher to come online because there are many people looking for teachers that will help their kids. And you can only be seen when you are online.
Yes.
So many teachers also reach out to me, telling me, please recommend me so I can get lesson and all that. But anybody that would like to give your side, that would like to give their side to a teacher must like to see what you do online. So
Yes,
I always
that's
advise
true.
them
That's
to
true.
open a social media platform so that your link can be shared. If the parent like what you are doing, then
They can reach out.
can contact you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, having looked at some of these, the issues that you are tackling, as a maths teacher,
Okay.
what would you consider to be some of the pressing issues that, teachers are actually facing, especially in Nigeria? And how can we make it better? What's your suggestion? What's your, your solution to some of these issues?
The issues teachers are facing.
Yes. Let's deal with our home country.
Okay, there are so many of them. One, finance.
Major.
Yeah, because most teachers are not really paid well. Looking at the situation we are right now, most of them may not have the finance to go for seminars to improve themselves. There are a lot of teachers that still want to go digital too, but they can't even afford a phone.
Proper device.
You are going too far, even device. I'm talking about an Android phone too. So again, most teachers don't want to help themselves too. They believe in only when the salary is increased. Increase my salary, they will always go for salary increment. So I've never thought of that since I've started teaching. So
That's
I
a
always
mindset.
think outside the box. Even while I was still in Anambra State, I do a lot of home lessons too. So you have to think of other things you do to help you to manage the mega salary teachers are paid. Not just in Nigeria, even most of the countries in the world, teachers are underpaid. Also, motivation too. Motivation. Most persons are not well motivated. They jump into teaching because they have looked for work here and there. They didn't see. They just turn themselves into teaching because that's the easiest job available.
Actually,
in Nigeria.
everybody will pick you.
Yes,
Once
yes.
you've gone
Yes.
through WAEC, it's easy for them to pick you.
That's the easiest job to get in Nigeria now, even anywhere. So many people jump into teaching because they didn't see any other thing to lay their hands upon. So it's a problem because they are not passionate about that teaching, and that's why most of them tend to be stagnant too. Stagnant. But if you are there because you love it, because I went to university to study mathematics education, I wanted to be a teacher. So I'm not just a teacher by accident. That's what I want to be. And if you are fulfilled in whatever you are doing, there is no way you can't grow and excel too.
That's true.
Do you know I made $50,000 just selling my public speaking course?
I teach kids how to code.
We teach people how to trade the forex and crypto markets.
Enseño a la gente cómo avanzar con los idiomas coreano, el francés y el español.
I run an online school of ministry as a pastor.
I am the head of HR in my company. A lot of work goes into onboarding employees and training them.
Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you do, you can now teach it with DABA. Turn your expertise into wealth with DABA for Business. Okay. There's one aspect of all of this that keeps me curious. What was that story, or maybe a student who you had taught, that story that motivated you to say, you know what, we will stay on this hill till we get it? Did you have that experience?
Yeah, a lot of them, even directly and indirectly.
Okay.
I once got a message, a student that told me that he has written JAMB 4 times and failed.
Wow.
But since after following my videos for a few months, that he made it for the first time. Even in fact, when the WAEC result came out, many students did well in mathematics, and a lot of them sent me direct messages or sent me email that they cleared their mathematics. They made A, they made B, and all that in mathematics. Even my student one day called me a wicked helper.
Are you serious? I think is that a nice title to have?
That teachers are wicked helpers. Not that wicked is in parentheses. Yeah,
yes.
That we try to do our best to push them to get it right, whether they want it or not. And today it has helped
paid
them.
Off.
Yeah, so I've taken so many students to a lot of competition, which they have won, like Calbepedia and Olympiad mathematics too. So many of them have excelled through my tutelage and all that. So
wow, that's just pretty amazing. I know that today on this episode we have quite a number of people, you know, that will be watching us. Be it maybe you're not a teacher, you know, like our guest here, but probably you are. You have some form of knowledge. You have something that is a superpower, is a knowledge that, you know, you've been able to harness, you've been able to build and put together, you know, or you might even be a teacher or a student out there. Sir, what would you say to such, you know, person watching us? What would be your word of encouragement or, you know, to them?
Okay, so I encourage everyone to be consistent in whatever you are doing, because nothing can beat hard work and consistency. There's nothing, even talent cannot beat hard work. Yeah, so be consistent in whatever you are doing. Be passionate. Passion is very much important, because whatever you are passionate about, you must excel in that, because it's only passion that will make you to be consistent.
Yes.
If you're not passionate, you can't be consistent. So you have to, once there is lack of passion, you'll be moving from here to there. Okay, so just be consistent, passionate, and be focused in whatever you are doing. One day it shall yield good fruit.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the show with us today. Thank you for your story. It's been quite. I'm asking myself, where were you when I was writing my Boyek at the time? Where were you? Where were you? Please, if you have, you know, words and people who are in the stage of writing exams or doing anything, make sure that you follow him on all social media handles. The handles are going to be placed on the screen, so you can follow him. We're doing this so that you don't, it's not about, you know, like he said, about the view, but the impact that he wants to make. And one of our vision is to help broadcast that impact, to help spread it as much as we can. So follow him on all social media handles so that you can also benefit from all the amazing free stuff that he's handing over to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the Knowledge to Wealth podcast, you know, Teach with DABA. We hope to see you guys on our next episode. It is bye from here. Do have a blessed week.